Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price. I know guys, I haven't been uploading since quite some time. I had some troubles in my personal life and I have to say that always is more important than the charts and any trades. Nevertheless guys, the price luckily almost didn't move at all within the last 3 weeks, so nothing really has changed, and I can already tell you now this week is actually the first critical week again since over 1 month. That's why I'm still remaining in my Bitcoin and my Ethereum short position at the moment. I am definitely looking to take some profit of the Ethereum position relatively soon, since it's already in a profit with $12,600. But guys, let's focus on the charts first. As always, I would really appreciate it, although I haven't uploaded in quite some time now, if you would smash up a like here on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell and leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and that's also supporting the channel and myself. So thank you very much for that. Now let's not talk too much, but let's just jump right into the charts, and also let's talk about this very interesting on-chain data that we have here for today's video as well. So guys, why is it that we might not see new all-time highs? And now guys, be prepared. Why is it that we might not see new all-time highs till the year 2024? Guys, let's jump into the charts and find out, because on the daily time frame right now, Bitcoin is again getting closer and closer to the very important support range of $18,800 to $19,000. And we just recently actually broke out of a very beautiful but small bear flag here for Bitcoin. As you can already see, we were forming here another bear flag, as we did here with the very big price and volatile price movement. We saw almost the exact same, just on a little bit of a smaller scale, and now we are breaking to the downside. This bear flag definitely has a breakdown target of $18,500. So this is a price that is way below our $18,800 to $19,000 level. Why is that a problem? Guys, keep in mind that on the weekly, we had somewhat of an upward sloping support here on the weekly time frame. As you can see, we had somewhat of an upward sloping support that potentially could have led, and a lot of people were talking about it, we were not really talking about it, but we could have formed a W pattern. If you guys remember on the daily time frame, I will show you a second why we got rejected here. But what we are seeing now is that when looking at the two weekly lows, we can see that our current weekly tops are below the old weekly lows, and they are actually even wicks all the way inside of our resistance zone, and we are getting rejected. So now we need to take a look at when this breakdown would actually get confirmed. Because a confirmed breakdown here would definitely mean that we would see one or two very bearish weekly candles bringing us all the way down to the $16,000 to $14,000 level. And this would mean that Bitcoin is not allowed to close the current weekly candle below the $18,800 level. That's the exact level where our old weekly candle closed. So $18,800 to $19,000, I know I talked about this support and resistance already a month ago, but it's still the only relevant support and resistance that I'm keeping an eye on right now. Because remember, we had the potential for the W, we shorted at the top here actually once again. As you remember, we opened a short position here because the whole thing was just the confirmation of the breakdown of our big bear flag that we were forming here since pretty much summer this year. And now, what is with Ethereum? Ethereum has been a leading indicator. As you maybe remember, in bear markets, Ethereum tends to sometimes do the next move right before Bitcoin. So let's take a look at how is it looking at Ethereum, what price level can we keep an eye on there to find out if Bitcoin and Ethereum will see another big leg to the downside. Looking here on Ethereum at the weekly time frame, I mean, we can go to the daily, but you already saw it on the weekly. Again, since my last video, we haven't seen any price movement. You didn't miss out on anything, you didn't miss out on any trades, nothing has changed, no worries on that guys. But what we can see here is that still the most important support for Ethereum is the $1,250 to $1,240. And Ethereum might break this support actually before Bitcoin does. And if that happens, it's a very clear sign that we need to expect prices to fall much lower, because on Ethereum, also, we would see here a confirmed breakdown. As you can see on Ethereum, we are already exactly at our old weekly candle lows. You can see that Ethereum is already a little bit more corrected, already a little bit more to the downside compared to Bitcoin. So we can already see that we are pretty much, when we are closing this weekly candle, even near or right at the $1,250. most likely, because of the bearish weekly candle close, we need to expect then at least with the next week to break to the downside. So this is what I'm keeping an eye on here for Ethereum as well, because, I mean, the maximum downside for Ethereum, let's keep an eye on that as well. We have potentially our upward sloping support here at around the $1,075 level, and a short wick below that could lead to a price of $900 for Ethereum at a maximum, while Bitcoin would correct all the way down to the $16,000 to $14,000 level. So guys, we have to say we need to stay careful and guys, we need to be very careful with this current weekly candle. I just have to say that because this weekly candle can already confirm the breakdown on Ethereum, can confirm the breakdown on Bitcoin, can confirm the breakdown on Ethereum, and we for sure would see another drop then. That is also the only reason why I'm still remaining in my short positions, because right now the likelihood is still relatively high that we are seeing this breakdown. If we see a breakdown, a quick buyback, and the weekly candle closes like a doji or whatever, guys, I will keep you updated on that. But for now, keep in mind the bearish narrative is right now still the more likely one, as well as this on-chain data is showing us that Bitcoin on-chain cost basis, guys, what is that showing us? It's showing us a combination of the long-term holders realized price, right? Whereas the average Bitcoin getting bought and sold. The same goes for the short-term holders and the BTC realized price itself. And what we can see here is that with every bear market, we normally have a relatively big phase where the short-term hodlers cross the realized short-term hodlers price crosses the long-term hodlers price to the downside. This is then the sign that all the people that bought in the bear market, in the bull market, right, the short-term hodlers are now at a greater loss than the average long-term holder. And what we can see there is that normally in 2012 we stayed 239 days below it. I mean, in the big bear market, 334 days, 2014 to 2015, you can see almost a year. 2018, you may argue, okay, it was only 145 days, but keep in mind that we saw a massive sideways movement before that already, once we fall below the short-term holders realized price. We now also fall below the short-term holders realized price. It's acting at resistance, and now since 15 days, we have seen this very important cross that normally was a sign for the final sell-off to happen right afterwards, and then to see, somewhat of at least half a year to 1 year actually in sideways movement before we actually break then to the upside again. So this means now for us that we are only in it for 15 days. The charts are giving us still bearish signs on the bigger time frames. Keeping here also in mind, guys, on the monthly time frames. We cannot forget this. We broke below this very important support here. We got a rejection. As I told you already last month, this should definitely not happen. We need to break above the $22,300 level again. We got a rejection, and now our current monthly candle is already getting sold off again with a potential even worse bearish breakdown occurring on the weekly time frame if we cannot recover within the next couple of days. I will keep you updated on that. But nevertheless, this means that we need to actually expect most likely some more sideways movement, and this not for a very short amount of time, but at least probably till mid next summer. And what this means is that when Bitcoin then starts actually recovering from midsummer, we would see a new all-time high as early as Q1 2024. And yes, I know this is not the perfect thing you want to hear right now, but guys, keep in mind, we will have very volatile swings. Bitcoin is going to do 50-70% moves to the upside and the downside during that time. And this is the perfect chance, guys. This is the perfect chance to accumulate more Bitcoin. The volatility during a sideways movement can be the most profitable because at the end of the sideways movement, you then have accumulated so much more crypto that your long-term swing trades, but also your hodling portfolio will make much more gains than if we would just now start pumping straight to the upside again. I know that would be a little bit more fun, but for accumulating a lot of crypto and building up real big crypto wealth, this potential half a year sideways movement can be the chance of all of our lives once again, since we are right now at prices that we haven't seen since 2018, 2017. more or less, or 2017. So, or we are again at prices that we already saw in 2017, right? So this is again a chance. It's like you would be buying at the old all-time high, which everybody was very happy about when we were at 60K. Now people are scared. So keep that in mind. It's also always an opportunity when Bitcoin doesn't just go straight up and is in this massive bull market run. Most of the time, these are the phases where actually you have the chance to accumulate a lot of crypto and to get prepared for the next run up. So don't get inactive now, guys. This would be the biggest mistake. If you are now leaving the market, this will be your biggest mistake in the future, I can already tell you. So just subscribe. Stay up to date. I will tell you what trades we are doing. I will tell you what I'm doing to accumulate more crypto. For now, we are still remaining in our short positions. But now, guys, I would as always appreciate it if you would smash up a like here on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, leave a comment down below to support the channel. I would really appreciate that. And we are going to see us in the next video tomorrow again. So see you there, guys. Till then, bye. Thank you for watching.